The Jim and Terry Show, talking about character matters. Things where what is up and up might not be as up and up as it seems, or there is no up and up anymore. That character has been bought and sold like a commodity on a stock exchange.
Yes, and I agree with you. Let me tell you a story. I heard it on the way
Well, let me
here.
tell you a story first. You get to yours. My first story is by way of compliment to you. You were preaching on Sunday. Congratulations on your reception. All things went well. You spoke well. The congregation enjoyed your chat and thought it was provocative, and that's the way it should be. But my support of you, though we disagree on a lot of things, is based on character. That's where you, being my friend of X number of years, I won't go back to
4,312,000.
That's right. We're
When
the
we all had
fossils.
tails
We're
and
the
everything.
fossils they're finding in the.
Fossils of friendship.
I like that. Okay, but it's based on character. It's knowing who you are talking to, knowing.
Well,
who
you too,
are.
Terry. I mean, kudos right back at you. You know.
Well, thank you. But mine speaks to you at a turbulent time. Who are you going to trust? Who are you going to call?
Yeah. Who you gonna
Not
call?
not the Ghostbusters. We're going to
Fossils
call
of friends.
people who we can trust to sort of give us an assessment and feedback that we can rely on. And so character matters, but there are characters now that we are finding that are bought and sold.
Even if they're forced, they found themselves in a situation of power where they can be bribed or have to be bribed. They have no choice.
Now, you were going to tell a story.
Well, the story is this. I heard it on the way in to you today.
CFRB?
And what it was, I don't know what level of government it is, but there's a con job that they've put an end to, retroactively put an end to, which I agree with. But it shows about the lack of character. And what it is it has to do with the purchasing of water tanks, your household hot water tanks.
Oh,
And what happens is
your hot water heater.
heater. I'm
Okay.
sorry, the heater. A sales rep will come in and let's say it's worth $1,200, and they prey on old people, and they say to old people, okay, you sign this agreement. In that agreement, the value of that water tank is $10,000. Not that they have to pay, but what happens is it automatically puts a lien on the house when they die.
Oh, my goodness.
So those who are now inheriting it or whatever, they go, I'm sorry, the lawyers go, you owe $10,000 to X and Y
that's
company.
the value of that.
Because that's the value of that water tank. And there's nothing you can do. Well, the government, whatever level it was, it might be federal, put an end to that dead on. Stop that, and also retroactively have stopped that. I say all of that to say, you scum of the world, when you're selling that to some old person knowing exactly what you're doing. But not only you, fella, all the people behind you, all the people, the secretaries, the vice president, the president, the board
Working
members,
for companies.
all of them are shysters, and you're a part of it. Get out, ask forgiveness, and get out. And it does remind me one time I was working for an upholstery company, and I, unbeknownst to me, sold upholstery to a lady which I thought was repolstering an antique. It wasn't. When I got back, it was at least 5 times the cost of what it would have cost to post that chair. Nothing I can do about it. Pats on the back, everything else, but I've never forgotten it. I cheated her.
Wow. But unbeknownst to you.
Well, I didn't know at the time. I thought it was genuinely an antique. I was just pricing it out as I was trained.
Right.
This is what it costs to do an antique.
Yep.
And now I don't even know why that would cost it to be an antique. You're just reupholstering the stupid thing. But anyways, it was a ridiculous amount and I'm sorry I did that. She's probably long dead and gone.
How much of this goes on in plain sight, to use that phrase? In other words, it's there. It's public knowledge. People are aware of these scams. They happen all the time. But is this going back to, we did a podcast 2 or 3 ago called Growing Old, Things We Learned.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why is it that people prey on old people? And have we learned or have we not?
Well, I'm getting old. So
I hadn't noticed.
I need people. I need some.
I didn't know that was a gray beard. I thought you were just foaming at the mouth.
Well, I'm getting to that point where it doesn't hurt to get advice from a younger person. It doesn't hurt, to do that. And some of our pride is we're not going to do that. Some people,
pride of old people?
well, and some of it is how they'll go in and talk to you about it. Like, you have a water heater. I could walk away. You could take the $600 one. But there's poisonous gases that come out of that thing. And the government hasn't got around to it. Eventually you're probably going to have to replace it in 2 years. Now, if you were my mother, I'd have the Alfonso D. credenza with the side woofers and tweeters, as a part of your new water heating system. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And salesmanship, unfortunately, a lot of it can be shysters.
Yep.
Don't do that business. Yeah. I've said it before, women who have to sleep with producers, then don't be an actress. Get out of it, if that's what it's going to take. And so shysters, I can't stand. The whole thought of deliberately screwing someone over and saying, buyer beware. You know all the sayings, Terry. Buyer beware.
Yep.
Business is business. All is fair in love and war. What are you saying to me? Yeah. You're going to screw my wife if you can?
Yep.
Like, what are you telling me?
Yeah.
I don't like anybody who uses those terms and believes in those terms.
Is it still part of the old boys network, or is this now gender equality that women do it too?
Oh, no. Don't you be fooled at that. Some of the biggest shysters I know were women. Even in my own company, when I owned my computer supply company. One sales rep came in, and she sat at my desk. I didn't realize at the time because I'm naive. I got someone come to the lobby wanting to see me. I left my office to go see that person. And I lost probably hundreds of thousands of dollars of business because she went through my files.
Oh my! While you were out of the office.
He was a plant,
Yeah.
and probably another sales rep for this very same company.
Oh my!
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just people preying on other people. I don't know how you can do it and get away with it, and get away with it to yourself. Never mind being caught. How do you sleep at night?
Well, sales used to be an old boys network. That's why I started there. So 50s, 60s, 70s. And as much as we have a Republican candidate now for the governorship of North Carolina, if you haven't seen this guy, you can look him up. He just made a comment about wanting, sincerely, to get America back to the days of lynchings when women couldn't vote. That's the America he wants to see rebuilt. I thought you said that out. You said that out loud. We heard you.
But there's a lot of people who go, yeah.
Yes.
And the same people that
but
go.
But this guy is.
But the
black.
sad thing. This is the sad
Why would
thing.
you say that?
Let me tell you this is how bizarre that is. Probably 50% of the people, maybe 100% of the people that say to the guy, yeah, right, man, dead on. Their wives are handling all the bills. They're looking after the children. They're doing everything for you. And you want them now out of it.
Yes.
Come on. We're a cooperative here, in the free world.
Well, you thought we were.
Well, we're supposed to.
And we thought we made progress.
Well, we have, sort of, I guess.
But then why are people speaking
because
like this?
they know. There's the trolls, Terry. Everything we're now seeing, everything is in a matrix almost.
There's a troll factor?
It's not even like it's almost make believe. It's so blatantly we're all being incredibly controlled. And our minds are off with different directions. We got battles about everything. I'm sure if we really wanted to fight, we could probably fight over these freaking I was going to say headphones are better than your headphones, and we end up with a fight over it.
I'm going to...
You got me riled up today. Did I have a good sleep or something?
I don't know. It's not even the coffee. I only had one.
It's all the pancakes I've had with the syrup.
Well, I had pancakes and syrup before.
But I had a supper last night, too.
Oh, that's true. You doubled up on your syrup.
Doubled up on the syrup.
But this was real syrup, which has less sugar than the other ones that stack.
The other one would have been fake.
Yeah, Aunt Jemima is not a real. It's a glucose-based.
It still tastes.
Well, okay.
Still corn? What did I say?
No, it's still corn.
Oh, okay.
Corn syrup-based stuff. But I was going to switch topics now and go to Elon Musk, accused, and this is on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. And you and I have often had this discussion. Musk should stick to what he does best, engineering and running businesses, successful business and tech businesses, from the Boring Company to Tesla to SpaceX. But
even
don't
AI.
start doing this stuff. Why he took over Twitter, I had only one concern, that he was going to run it into the ground or make it something that it was not. An open forum was what it was, and now it is leaning heavily to the right. And now on that platform, Elon Musk has claimed, and this is, we can talk about it, we can play a clip if we need to, but he's accused Biden of treason.
Shut up. I agree with you, but I don't like it in actors. I don't like it in musicians. You may be a fabulous rapper, but it doesn't mean you're brilliant in every aspect of life. So, if he said that, and if it's on his own post, then he said it, then
Yeah.
what it is he's probably mad at Biden because Biden picked that fight, in my opinion.
Well,
but nevertheless, you shouldn't say something
the
like that.
fight is over immigration and the border, and that's where this fight is. The fight seems to also involve Trump, who doesn't have the cash to pay his fines, and Elon Musk may represent a cash cow, or in terms of Moses and the people of Israel in the desert, the golden cow is Elon Musk and a lifeline for Trump. I don't know whether
is that true?
We don't know yet, but that's the strange meeting that all this stuff unfolds at the same time. So, but coincidence is not cause and effect. So you got to separate the two. Just be aware that there's all these moving parts at the same time. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So we have to wait for that to unfold. But the question of Biden being treasonous is that the allegation came that Biden is flying in illegal immigrants. 320,000 was the claim. And Elon Musk took that Twitter posting that made that claim and said Biden is treasonous and needs to be stopped.
Where did Biden bring these people in, and where did he put them?
Well, that's the thing. Did he fly them? Because most of these illegal immigrants are coming from the Mexican border, right through that border.
Well, there'd be easily to find a record that the United States flew these people in.
320,000.
That's an awful lot of people.
It's the intention that was claimed in this Twitter posting. So we can go back and find the original Twitter posting, and then we can find Elon Musk adding on to that and retweeting it. That retweeting is when you agree with the post. So Elon Musk is retweeting it. The content was 320,000 illegal. And the cartoon that went with it was to say they're illegal. And then they're now Democrat supporters and voters.
Yeah, don't believe that. Don't believe that right off the bat. This is what we're up against in this world, because there's easily ways to find actual proof that happened, and there's not going to be any proof come forward.
Doesn't Elon Musk have access to the truth?
No.
There you go. The Jim and Terry Show.